Hello everyone, and welcome to General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers hint that Kai Taylor may take matters into his own hands to prove Willow Kane is a danger to Drew Kane. Kai could be the hero Drew needs, so let's consider how things might play out. GH fans will recall that Kai feels obligated to keep an eye on Drew since he knows what Willow is capable of. Drew has done despicable things as well, but Kai pointed out that he's still a human being who deserves to be looked after. Kai would be appalled if he knew the truth about Willow's latest plot, and he just might be the one to figure it out. Alexis Davis is counting on Kai to report back if he sees anything suspicious, so the writers have positioned Kai to make a disturbing discovery. Drew tried to blink a message to Alexis and was unsuccessful, so he might try his luck with Kai next. It could lead to Kai asking the right questions and getting Drew to blink confirmation that he's in trouble. Kai might also ask if Willow's doing something to harm Drew and get confirmation on that, too. Since Kai looked suspicious when Drew was brought in GH following his stroke, he might even ask if Willow's the reason for Drew's current predicament. What if Kai learns Willow's still a threat and sets up a situation where he can score some proof? Kai could potentially put a hidden camera in Drew's room. It'd be easy for Kai to offer a photo of Drew and Scout Quartermain in a frame as a gift. Willow might think that's sweet and not realize there's a secret cam inside the picture frame. Kai might even go as far as planting a listening device, which could work out well if Willow decides to gloat to Drew again. Whatever the case, Kai may have a better idea of what Willow's doing to Drew if he bugs the room and uses a hidden camera to catch Willow in the act. Kai may not know exactly what Willow's giving Drew, but he could resolve to find out by stealing a vial for testing. On the other hand, maybe Kai could take the proof he's scored to the cops at that point and convince them to investigate further. One way or another, Willow's going to get busted sooner or later. Will Kai play a role in how Drew ultimately scores his freedom? General Hospital spoilers say Drew will keep suffering in the meantime, but maybe Kai will come through for him and bring good news in the end. The halls of General Hospital are thick with tension, whispers, and secrets that could shatter lives in an instant. And right now, all eyes, or at least some very careful eyes, are on Drew Kane. Fans know the man has been through more than anyone should endure. And yet, in the shadows, one figure watches, waits, and quietly steers events. Kai Taylor. Kai has always carried a sense of responsibility toward Drew, even when the circumstances were messy, even when Drew himself had done things that tested the limits of forgiveness. But Kai sees the humanity still left in Drew. He sees the man underneath the chaos, and he refuses to look away. And when it comes to Willow Kane, Kai knows just how dangerous she can be. Every move, every whisper, every smile might be hiding something darker than anyone suspects. Right now, Drew is trapped in a nightmare of his own making. And maybe, just maybe, Kai is about to become the hero Drew didn't even realize he needed. The tension is building. Drew has tried to send a secret message to Alexis Davis, desperate for someone to know he's in danger, but luck hasn't been on his side. His attempts to reach her fail, and time is slipping through his fingers. But what if he turns to Kai? What if, in his moment of desperation, Drew risks trusting the one person who has been quietly watching over him all along? Kai doesn't just observe, he asks the hard questions. And when Drew finally blinks a confirmation, when he hints that Willow is up to something sinister, Kai's instincts kick in. Every suspicious look, every hushed conversation, every evasive answer Willow gives suddenly forms a dangerous puzzle, and Kai is determined to solve it. There's a growing sense of urgency. Drew's condition following his so-called stroke has put him in a vulnerable position, and anyone could see the subtle signs of something more sinister at play. Kai, sharp-eyed and methodical, might even connect the dots. Could Willow be behind this? Could she still be manipulating Drew, orchestrating a plan that keeps him weak, compliant, and silent? The thought is chilling, but Kai doesn't shy away from the challenge. And here's where Kai's brilliance comes into play. He doesn't just watch, he acts. A hidden camera, a listening device, a small act of subterfuge disguised as a simple gift. Imagine this, a framed photo of Drew and Scout Quartermain, a seemingly innocent gesture sitting quietly in Drew's room. Willow would never suspect that behind that picture frame, every conversation, every move she makes could be captured, recorded, analyzed. The stakes are high. and Kai knows it. He may not yet know exactly what Willow is doing, what she's slipping into Drew's drinks, what cruel game she's plotting, but he is determined to find out. Every careful step, every calculated risk could bring him closer to the truth. He could even steal a vial for testing, quietly building proof that could finally expose Willow once and for all. And if that proof comes together, Kai could take it to the authorities, spark an investigation, and set the wheels in motion that might finally free Drew from Willow's shadow. It's a race against time, a dangerous game of cat and mouse, but Kai is ready to play it because he knows what's at stake. Through it all, Drew suffers. The hospital walls feel like a cage, each day dragging him deeper into uncertainty, fear, and frustration. And yet, amidst the fear, there's a glimmer of hope because Kai is watching, thinking, planning, and when the moment comes, when Willow's deception finally meets the light of truth, Kai might just be the one to deliver it. This is more than strategy. It's loyalty, it's courage, and it's a fight for justice in a world where betrayal is never far away. The question lingers. Will Kai's careful maneuvering be enough to save Drew? Will Willow finally be exposed? Or will her schemes twist once again to escape detection? One thing is certain. General Hospital is about to witness a collision of deception, bravery, and revelation that could change everything for Drew Kane. The clock is ticking, secrets are mounting, and Kai Taylor may just hold the key to turning Drew's darkest hours into a chance for freedom, justice, and perhaps even redemption. The days stretch long in the quiet corridors of General Hospital, but every shadow, every echo, is heavy with unspoken danger. Drew feels it, the lingering tension that Willow's presence brings, the subtle unease that tightens his chest every time he catches her smile. But now he isn't alone. Kai is there, silent, watchful, a steady presence who refuses to let the pieces fall apart unnoticed. Kai's investigation isn't reckless, it's precise. Every step he takes is calculated, every move designed to uncover the truth without alerting Willow. The framed photo on Drew's nightstand is just the beginning. A simple gift that carries a secret eye, a hidden lens capturing every glance, every whispered threat. And the listening device? That small, almost invisible thread could record the proof that Drew so desperately needs. One evening, as the hospital's lights dim and the hum of machines fills the silence, Willow enters Drew's room, unaware of the eyes and ears watching her every move. She laughs softly, leaning close as she whispers her manipulative words, words meant to intimidate, to keep Drew under her control. But this time, she's speaking into Kai's trap. Every syllable, every slight, every cruel plan is captured in real time. The hidden camera doesn't blink, it doesn't hesitate, it simply records. Kai's heartbeat quickens, a mix of anxiety and determination. He knows this could be the breakthrough they need. He doesn't rush. He lets Willow reveal herself in full, letting her arrogance and overconfidence paint the truth in broad strokes. And when the moment is right, Kai begins to plan his next move. Perhaps it's the vial, quietly taken from a moment when Willow isn't looking, a chance to test what she's feeding Drew, a tangible proof of her betrayal. Meanwhile, Drew feels the pressure mounting. His body might be recovering, but the fear, the uncertainty, gnaws at him relentlessly. Every day spent in Willow's presence is a battle of wills, a fight to maintain even a shred of autonomy. And yet, there's a quiet reassurance in Kai's presence, a promise that someone is fighting for him. Someone refuses to let him fall entirely into Willow's trap. As the tension escalates, Drew and Kai share small, careful exchanges. A blink here, a subtle nod there. Silent communication that bridges the gap between fear and hope. Drew confides, not in words, but in the urgent language of desperation, hinting at Willow's latest plot, the one that might finally put him in mortal danger. And Kai listens, pieces together the puzzle, and begins to act with a resolve that is as courageous as it is calculated. And then comes the moment of reckoning. Armed with evidence, hidden camera footage, recordings, perhaps even the results of the stolen vial, Kai steps into the role of protector in full. He's no longer just an observer. He's the one who can turn the tide. He takes the proof to Alexis Davis, presenting it with the clarity and urgency the situation demands. Every secret, Every deception, every manipulative ploy Willow thought was hidden is suddenly exposed in the light. Willow's reaction is predictably volatile. Shock, fury, and panic ripple across her features as she realizes the carefully constructed web of lies is unraveling. Every plan she made, every manipulation, is caught in Kai's clever trap. And through it all, Drew begins to feel the weight lifting, a sense of relief that hasn't touched him in months. Freedom is no longer a distant dream, it's within reach. But this isn't just about exposure. It's about justice, redemption, and survival. Kai's actions have given Drew a lifeline, a chance to reclaim his life and his dignity. And while the path ahead may still be fraught with challenges, the darkness that Willow imposed begins to crack, letting light seep through. In the aftermath, there's a quiet victory. Kai's loyalty, intelligence, and courage have shifted the balance. Drew's gratitude is palpable, not just in words, but in the relief that finally softens his features after months of fear. And while Willow may not be gone completely, her power over Drew is shattered. The hero Drew didn't know he needed. Kai Taylor has proven that sometimes the quietest figures are the ones who make the biggest impact. As the hospital settles into a fragile calm, viewers are left with the lingering tension of what comes next. Will Willow regroup, plotting her next move? Can Drew truly reclaim his life? Or will the scars of her manipulation linger? And most importantly, what new alliances, strategies, and secrets will Kai uncover as he continues to protect Drew? And perhaps even teach him what true loyalty and courage look like? The story is far from over, but for now, the balance has shifted. Drew can breathe. Justice has a chance. And in the intricate dance of deception and heroism that defines General Hospital, one thing is clear. Kai Taylor may very well be the unexpected force that finally tips the scales, ensuring that truth, loyalty, and courage prevail. The tension in General Hospital has reached a breaking point. The corridors, once just quiet hallways filled with whispers and machines, now feel alive with the undercurrent of confrontation. Willow knows something is off. She can sense that her careful control over Drew is slipping, though she has no idea just how deeply Kai has been working behind the scenes. Drew, fragile but determined, watches from his hospital bed as the web around him begins to unravel. Every day spent under Willow's manipulation has been a test of his patience, courage, and resilience. And yet, now, there's a spark, a glimmer of hope that he hasn't felt in months. He knows Kai has been watching, protecting, and scheming in silence. But even so, the final moments of truth feel almost surreal. Kai's plan is precise, almost surgical. The hidden camera, the listening devices, the stolen vial, they've all come together to form undeniable proof. Every conversation Willow thought was private has been captured. Every subtle attempt at manipulation, every whisper meant to keep Drew trapped, is now documented, analyzed, and ready to expose her. And Kai, patient and meticulous, knows the moment to strike is near. It starts with a confrontation in Drew's hospital room. Willow walks in, her smile forced, her confidence teetering on the edge of suspicion. She doesn't realize the camera is on, that every gesture, every word, is being recorded. Her attempt to intimidate Drew, to twist him with her manipulative charm, falters under the weight of Kai's silent vigilance. The tension crackles like electricity in the room. Every viewer can feel it. This is the moment where secrets collide with truth. Kai steps forward, not with threats, but with evidence. The recordings play, the vial's contents are revealed, and the truth is laid bare before everyone. Willow's shock is immediate, her carefully crafted facade crumbling. She lashes out in panic, her voice trembling as she realizes the game is over. Drew, though weakened by months of manipulation, finds a strength he didn't know he had. He sees the truth in front of him, and for the first time in what feels like forever, he feels a sense of power, not just over Willow, but over the fear that has dominated his life. Alexis arrives just in time, confirming what Kai has uncovered. The authorities, now armed with irrefutable proof, move in to secure Willow and ensure she can no longer manipulate or harm Drew. The intensity of the moment is palpable, the air thick with relief, tension, and the quiet triumph of justice. But the emotional stakes go deeper than just exposure. Drew looks at Kai, and for the first time, he truly sees the man who has been quietly fighting for him all along. There's gratitude, awe, and a deep emotional bond that words can barely capture. Kai's loyalty, courage, and careful planning have given Drew more than just safety. They've given him a chance at reclaiming his life, at rebuilding the shattered pieces of his identity. In the aftermath, the hospital settles into a fragile calm. Drew begins to heal, not just physically, but emotionally. He reconnects with the people who care about him, with friends and family who have been anxiously waiting for his liberation. Kai, having played the critical role of protector and strategist, quietly fades into the background, satisfied that Drew is finally free, that Willow's grip has been broken. And yet, even in this moment of relief, the drama of General Hospital lingers. Willow's schemes have been thwarted, but the scars of her manipulation remain, a reminder of how close Drew came to being consumed. Kai's heroism has shifted the balance, but life in Port Charles is never simple, never without surprises, and never free from danger. For the viewers, it's a lesson in loyalty, courage, and the quiet power of vigilance. Kai Taylor, once a silent observer, has proven that sometimes the greatest heroes are not the ones who charge into the fight, but the ones who watch, wait, and act with careful precision when it matters most. Drew's freedom, at last, is more than a victory. It's a testament to the bonds that endure, to the courage it takes to confront danger, and to the hope that even in the darkest moments, someone is willing to fight for you. As the camera pans across the hospital, capturing Drew's first real moments of relief, the soft smile he shares with Kai, and the empty space where Willow once wielded her power, viewers are left with the unmistakable feeling that justice has been served, but also that the drama, suspense, and emotional stakes of Port Charles are far from over. This chapter closes with a quiet, cinematic beat, a long shot of Drew and Kai standing together, not as patient and protector, but as allies bound by trust, courage, and the unspoken knowledge that in a world of secrets and deception, sometimes the most unexpected heroes make all the difference.